Today we're going to do decimal multiplication, 3 and 2300ths times 1 and 2/10. And in this particular case, I can't use base 10 materials. The reason why I can't use base 10 materials is because I can't represent all of these numbers properly using base 10 materials. And the reason why is because the materials, for example, this doesn't fit properly to make a perimeter because it's not a straight line. These are not straight lines, and so I can't use these. So instead I have to use this hierarchical materials. So I'm going to do the setup. So I'm going to do the perimeter here. There's 3 and 2300ths times 1 and 2/10. So in this particular case, the kids already know how to do all the setup. They know how to solve the problem using manipulatives. What they don't know how to do is how to keep the written record, other than they just know how to write the final answer. But now what we're going to do is we're going to show the writing of all the partial products. And so here we go. So the kids already, again, very naturally know how to do this, okay? They've done this before. They know how to use these materials. So right away they know that this is going to give you ones, because they know that 3 times 1 gives you 3. A tenth times 1 gives you tenths. And they know that 100ths times 1 gives you hundredths. So they know all these things right here. Again, like I said, what they don't know is how to write down the partial products, to write down everything. So right now they know that, well, this 3 and 2300ths multiplied by 1 is this right here. So they're going to write this down. So 3 and 2300ths times 1 is 3 and 2300ths. And because they know how to read this, they know automatically where the decimal points goes. So 3 and 2300ths. Now they're going to do the multiplication of 3 and 2300ths times 2/10. So 1 times tenths gives you tenths. So this has to be 3/10. They know that tenths times tenths gives you hundredths. So they know automatically that's going to be 200ths there. They know that hundredths times tenths gives them thousandths. So I've got to make sure we've got the thousandths in here someplace. Oh no, I don't have any more light green. So this is what students used to do. They would just put this blank right there that would signify that they know that this is going to be all thousands, because that shows off the thousands right there. So that's what the kids used to do. Okay, ones times tenths gives me tenths. Tenths times tenths gives me hundredths. hundredths times tenths gives me thousandths. Again, the turning over of that indicates to the kids, again, this is something that my kids came up with, that they said that, well, all of this is being surrounded by thousands, so these in here represent thousandths also. So that's what the kids used to do. And when kids come up with ideas like that, it's because they're getting really close to abstraction. So that's another thing. So now what we're going to do is record what we have here. We have thousandths over here, we're 6 thousandths, we have 4 tenths, and we have 4 hundredths, and what we have here is 6 tenths. So I'm going to write that very carefully. So I don't have any ones. I have 6 tenths, I have 4 hundredths, I have 6 thousandths. So there's that written record. Now the kids, remember, all they got to do now is the kids know these things here. They know that all I do is add like units. And when I have too many, I make an exchange. So they go through it now. They say, well, I've got 3 ones here for sure. I've got 8 tenths there for sure. I have 7 hundredths there, and I have 6 thousandths. So my answer is 3 and 876 thousandths. So 3.23 times 1.2, here's the setup. I solve each of the partial products. So 3 and 23 hundredths times 1 gives me 3 and 23 hundredths. Then I multiply 3 and 23 hundredths times 2 tenths. That 2 tenths gives me this right here, 646 thousandths. I add like units, make exchange when I have too many to write, and there's my final answer, 3 and 876 thousandths.